So this is my first time ever making a YouTube or Facebook video here, so I know how well it'll go. Today in Anacortes we had a power outage. The storm we had the last couple days didn't affect us yesterday, and I thought it was worse then, but this morning we didn't have any power. It was only out for an hour and a half, but 20 minutes in I thought, I'll call the power company, and they couldn't give me an estimate. The NOAA weather radio said that the surrounding 5 counties were totally without, not totally, but there were spotty outages around this county and 4 others. So I thought, what the heck, I'll hook up the generator, see how it goes. Hadn't run in like 4, maybe 5 months. Sarah picked this up while I was gone. It's a John Deere AC-G3200i. It's not a John Deere generator, it's a Subaru. John Deere just put that cheap little sticker on it. They just swapped off Subarus, put theirs on, and charged $400 more for the same thing. But I got this used, Sarah did. Little met from a little man in Oak Harbor who worked for John Deere his whole life. Took really good care of it. This doesn't have hardly any hours on it. It's 3,200 peak watts, 2,800 continuous watts. Now we have a really small home, so that's enough to run pretty much everything. I mean, we pay next to nothing for electricity. This house is so darn small. So running at half capacity, I mean, we could go for a long time. This uses no gas. It's an inverter generator, so it generates in direct current and inverts that to alternating current so it can run lower RPMs. This can run for, I think it's 13 hours on 1.1 gallons of gas. And I could be a little off on that. It might be 11 hours on 1.3, but essentially I could run it for 24 hours on like 2.5 gallons. Obviously didn't need to do that. But one thing is, because it turns lower RPMs, it's so quiet. I was on the phone with my old man earlier today, standing like right here, and I'll show you how quiet it is in a minute. But I used this extension cord. It's a 120 volt, 15 amp. It has a hookup on it for 220 volt at 30 amps, and if I had a standby hookup for the house where I could just plug it in, that'd be great, because then if I had power through the whole house, I'd be able to run everything right out of the sockets. I'd be able to turn on the gas heater. The little electrical thing in that's the only reason I can't. The little regulator in there tells it to flip on is the only reason I can't run it if there's no power. Gas is still hooked up. Pilot light was working fine. Run the gas range. I wouldn't be able to run the oven, but I could run the stovetops. Earlier today, when I had that hooked up, I ran our refrigerator. Yeah, refrigerator worked fine too. It pulls 160 watts at like a little over 1.5 amps. So, like I said, I could run everything but the dryer if I had a 220 hookup for it. But I don't, so I use the cord. And I had the refrigerator going, and just to see what it could do, I didn't even touch what it could do, even at half, running at half capacity. And I had 3 computers going. I had the fridge. I had the wireless internet router. I had a bunch of. I just started plugging in stuff one at a time, and yeah, this could do the whole house fine. Anyway, to show it to you, I'll go ahead and flip it on. Oh, flip the choke. Power safe. Quiets down. So about 770 hours on it, but the guy who owned it before would let that run out, so the counter's a lot higher. Even then, it's a 4-stroke motor, so it's in great shape. It's really quiet. You can probably hear me just fine. So I'll drain the carburetor, and that's that. Has a spot here where you can charge a battery, and it does that at 8.3 amps. So what I plan to do later, maybe later this year, maybe when we move to another place, is have direct current, have little DC 12 volt lights throughout the house as emergency lighting, and have those hooked up to like a little golf cart battery. This would just be like a little fun project. and then I could charge that in 3 hours, and that battery'd probably take those lights a few days, because those things don't use hardly any power at all. But anyway, yeah, that's it. Just a little generator. These things, if you go to buy one new, this generator from Subaru is $2,200, from John Deere $2,400. We paid $900. They also make a 4,300 watt model, but brand new, that's like $3,000. If you don't have a generator, I recommend getting one for power outages, whether it's just a couple hours, just to run it, keep the fridge going, which really you only need to run it a few hours a day for a fridge, but hadn't run in 6 months, fired right up. Rather have it, not need it, than need it, not have it. See you later.